What's up, Reapers? Welcome back to the Crypt. I have a bit of a different kind of top 10 for you. I do have a question at the end of this video for you guys. I want to hear your thoughts and comments um, about it. But this is my top 10 core albums. Now, it's not going to be grindcore, it's going to be deathcore and metalcore. So if you don't like those genres, click off now or skip to the question. I honestly understand that a lot of people do not like this. Actually, I just realized. If you make that 11. Now that I think about it. Alright, make that 11. I apologize. 5 metalcore albums, 6 deathcore albums, because I actually forgot. So yeah, we're gonna get right into this. I'm gonna start with the shorter stack. First up, got Killswitch Engage, The End of Heartache. This was the first Killswitch Engage album I ever really listened to, and I listened to it during a breakup that at the time really hurt me, but I look back now and I kind of groan at it just due to some things that I noticed that I didn't notice before. I'm not gonna go around bad mouthing anyone, but let's just say it's good that it moved on. And I don't talk to the person anymore. Next up, this one's a very recent one. I know a lot of people hate on this band, on these next two bands. Ice Nine Kills, Silver Scream 2, Welcome to Horrorwood. I love this. I love Ice Nine Kills. I feel like they are severely underrated, actually. And I was so happy to get this for Christmas. Mind you, these are not of all time, by the way. These are just some of them. I don't own all the stuff I would like to. Next up, Motionless in White, Disguise. I know a lot of people don't like this album, but Disguise, Thoughts and Prayers, Holding On to Smoke, Another Life, Brand New Numb. I know a lot of people hate on the songs on here, but listen to those tracks. I know Thoughts and Prayers and Another Life are huge for them. This was also my introduction to the band, and I remember listening to it. Next up is one. These next two actually got me through high school, as well as End of Heartache. First up is Unearth with The March. You got the slip sleeve, and then you got the DVD right there, which is really fucking weird. Yeah, this thing got me through some shit. But this next one was first like metalcore album I ever heard, and at the time I thought it was thrash metal because I was watching a lot of J-Hawk films, and I remember Chris mentioning this band. I've seen them once, and I kind of gotta agree with Chris on I prefer everything before Silence and Snow, and even then, I'm very iffy on what albums I really listen to. This is probably the only one I've really spun, and I own their 2012 2020 release or whatever. This is Trivium with Ascendancy. I remember listening to this and Killswitch Engage a lot. This is actually the special edition, so I get the bonus disc, if I can, or the bonus DVD. So, I mean, pull harder on the strings of your martyr, gunshot to the head of trepidation, like light to the flies, dying in your arms. So good. This one is an absolute classic. This was the first deathcore band and album I actually ever heard, and I didn't know what deathcore was at that point, but Infant Annihilator with, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this, so I apologize. The Elysian Grandeville Galiach, some weird shit like this. Everyone knows this album. Unholy Grave Birth, Motherless Miscarriage, Baptized, Bastardized, Sodomized. Behold the Kingdom of the Wretched Undying. Soil the Stillborn was the first song I ever heard off this. Blasphemian. Holy shit, you guys absolutely should know this, and if you don't, shame on you. Next up, I've been digging this band quite a bit. I love this album. Carnifex and Die Without Hope. Dragged Into the Grave is probably my favorite track on here. Next up is Whitechapel, This Is Exile. I love, my favorite Whitechapel album is The Valley, but I don't really consider that a deathcore album because it's not very much in the style of deathcore. It's much more in terms of like, it almost makes me think it's more like a metalcore album, which I know is very weird to say for a band like Whitechapel, but, I mean, everyone fucking knows this album. Next up, a lot of people are gonna get upset that I have these, especially because of, for those who know, I am pansexual and non-binary. I'm very open about it. I don't really give a shit what you call me. I've never really had a problem with being called boy or whatever. I just prefer they them. But Thy Art Is Murder with fucking hate. Everyone knows this. I know a lot of people don't like CJ because of what he said, and I can understand why you would get upset. Next up is the only more recent release ever. I think this came out 2022. If I remember correctly, this is Worm Shepherd with hold on, Ritual Hymns. I wanted to say Ritual of Hymns. Chalice of Rebirth, that fucking breakdown, man. Wilted Moon, River of Knives, so good. Just black and deathcore done right. And finally, I couldn't have two of what I consider the big four of deathcore without having at least a third. Actually, I would say Thy Art Is Murder, Carnifex, and Whitechapel in this band are the big four of classic deathcore. Suicide Silence, The Cleansing. I love this album. My God, guys. If you do not know this album and you are a fan of deathcore, you are not a fan of deathcore. Case in point, you have to know this album. Especially Unanswered and No Pity for a Coward. Those are staples at their shows. I've heard them play Unanswered every time I have seen them. I have heard No Pity for a Coward 2 out of 3 times I've seen them. And this is a awesome album. And this actually has Dead Current as a bonus thing. That said, thank you all for watching. Oh wait, before I thank you guys for watching, should I continue calling it the crypt or should I call this my graveyard? Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, keep it grim.